Welcome back to Couch Beers, episode 463.
Wow, we made it.
Yep. The year 2039. Here we are.
In the future.
Yep. We have neighbors that are aliens.
Well, tell me about your life in 2039.
My neighbor's from the planet Ultron. He's big and blue, completely hairless. Nice guy, though.
Are we in space?
Well, technically, sure. We're on Earth still, but Earth is in space, isn't it?
Well, we could be like in Mars, on Mars. Papa Elon maybe got us there.
No, I like to breathe that fresh 2039 Earth air.
Oh, smells like a fart, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes. Speaking of smelling like a fart, I was just in New York City.
Yes, a lot of fart smells there.
Sometimes.
Do their farts smell better or worse than Midwest farts?
Well, I don't think I smelled any actual farts.
Not even your own?
Nothing memorable. But, I mean, you never know. I probably farted at least once while I was there.
Okay, wow.
But
you didn't smell it, though.
Well, I'm sure I did. I just don't remember.
So they're probably the same as Midwest farts.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Gotcha.
But is it a Midwest fart if I'm from the Midwest, even though I'm in New York?
Or is it what you eat? Like, is it geographical cuisine?
That's true. I did try some New York slices, some cookies. What else did we eat? Tacos.
What was the best food? Did you seek like an iconic restaurant or what's it called? Bodega or something?
No, we didn't hit up any bodegas, but we did go to a couple pizza places.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was on Dave Portnoy's like top 10 that he's ever rated on the show.
Yeah.
It was John's of Bleecker Street.
Okay.
And like the only problem is you want to go and just order a slice of pizza, right? Like it's one of those spots where you just want to go and grab a slice for lunch.
Okay.
But we had to order a whole pizza.
Oh,
and it was just the two of us, Belinda and I. So we still ate the whole thing, but it was a lot. I wanted just one big slice, like a New York slice. Then we also, another day, we went to Bleecker Street Pizza, which is down the street, which was just a slice. And I got buffalo chicken. It was very good. Both of them, I mean, John's of Bleecker Street, also very good. But I wanted just one big slice, New York style,
How many days were you in New York City?
5 days, 4 nights.
Whoa. I didn't know it was that long. I thought it was like turn and burn 3 days.
No.
So 5 days. Wow. What'd y'all do?
You want me to go through our whole itinerary?
Yeah, go day by day.
All right.
Hit the highlight reel.
Friday. We got there about 11 o'clock.
Where'd you fly in?
We flew into LaGuardia.
Okay.
Delta flight 1437.
He said with confidence.
I just made that up.
I was going to say, wow.
It was something close to that. Might have been 1734. Anyway.
1738.
1738. We got there about 11. Went and dropped off our bags at the hotel. We stayed kind of midtown near Times Square.
Oh.
And
how was the room? Was it good?
It was fine. We had a view of the Empire State Building. We were on the 20th floor. But, I mean, you're just looking at office buildings pretty much.
Okay.
And it's New York, so it's like small room. Not that memorable, just like my farts. But we
okay.
So we walked to Times Square because it was close. Got something to eat for lunch.
Don't remember. Unmemorable. Not memorable.
No, we got tacos for lunch. They were pretty good. Then we went to Bryant Park. They had like this little winter carnival thing going on where they had all these little pop-up shops, and they got a ice skating rink and they have a bar there and stuff. It was pretty cool. Hung out there for a little while. watch people fall on the ice. Pretty funny. And then we went up to the top of the Empire State Building for sunset. Got a nice little sunset view for going across, looking into Central Park, north into Manhattan. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Can
you rent ice skates at this ice skating
you
place?
can. It was $18 for like 20 minutes though.
What was timed?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're like on the announcements, they're like, Group 1, you have 3 minutes left.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we didn't end up doing it. It's free if you bring your own skates, which I thought was pretty cool. But I did not plan ahead.
Okay, cool. Sick.
Then we went I don't even remember where we went to dinner, but we went and got something to eat.
Not memorable.
Crashed, yeah. Must not have been.
That was night number 1, all right.
Night number 2, we went to the 9/11 museum in the morning down in the financial district. That was really cool.
The museum or the memorial?
Both.
Oh,
so
okay.
there's like the memorial is like where the two buildings were. They have like those big squares in the ground, like a fountain and stuff. So that was cool. And then right next to it, there's an actual museum where you kind of go underneath where the buildings used to be, and there's like still like the foundation of the buildings is there.
Oh wow.
There's like a big, I think they call it a slurry wall, where it's like concrete that's holding back the Hudson River.
Oh, cool.
That they weren't sure if that was intact after the buildings fell, and like that could have caused way more issues in Manhattan. Yeah, and then there's all kinds of interesting stuff done in there.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, I won't. But that was like, honestly, of everything we did while we were there, that was probably the coolest thing that we did. Like, that was probably my favorite thing.
Let me tell Theo Katzman that the concert sucked.
Well, okay.
Oh.
I have a coworker that has a friend that lives in Brooklyn. He goes out there like 2 or 3 times a year. And he asked me what my top 5 favorite things were. I said number 1 was the concert. Number 2 was the 9/11 museum. Okay, so I'm just saying, for other people that are going to go out there, I would highly recommend going to see that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was day number 2.
Yep, and then that night we went to the concert, which was sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it
was
packed?
cool.
Was it sold out?
Yeah, it was sold out.
Was that MSG?
No, not MSG. It was they did 8 concerts in 4 nights. It was at like a warehouse in Brooklyn.
Nice.
And because they did so many concerts, like every other Vulfpeck concert I've been to, they play basically the same songs because they don't do that many concerts. So like they want to play the hits. So then this time, because they played so many, and I think they expected that there would be a lot of people that would buy tickets to multiple shows.
Yeah.
So they did totally different shows every
sick.
time. I think there was only 2 songs that they played at every show of the 8. So it was super cool. They played some deep cuts. The night we went, they played, I think there was a bunch that they only played 1 time out of the whole 8 shows. They played Newsbeat, which is just like an instrumental, like one of their very early songs. So that was funny. They did this thing where they draw 2 names out of a hat.
Okay.
And then draw the name of a song out of a different hat. And those 2 guys have to go up and try and perform that song. So we got Joey Dosick and Joe Dart had to do In Heaven, which is actually one of Joey Dosick's songs.
So he could do it, yeah.
Yeah, so he sang it, most of it. Joe actually sang a bunch of it too. And so Joey
Was Joe any good?
He actually was pretty good. I was kind of surprised because he's just the bass player, right? Like, and so he played bass while singing, and Joey Dosick played sax and was singing. It was pretty sweet.
Nice.
That was fun. There's a song, Nice to You, by Wolfman. Are you familiar?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll pull it up because it's just kind of silly. He called it pop punk with Stevie Wonder chords.
Who's he?
Jack.
Okay.
The main dude. And he said, like, he came out, he's like, okay, this one's not on the set list. This was right after they did they call it Pick 2.
Okay.
He's like, this one's not on the set list, but my mom is here and she specifically requested this song. So the guy that sings that song was there too. And he was like, he wasn't expecting it, and he's just like, okay, can you give me the chord? And he like plays the first chord on the piano, and someone in the crowd just goes, "Nice to you!" And Jack starts laughing. He goes, "He got it!" Just like one chord. But okay, here, I'll play it. I'm nice to you. I'm nice to you. I try for you. I die for you. I'm nice to you, but you're just not into me. I'm nice to you. I try for you. I die for you. I'm nice to you, but you're just not into me. It's been a long time since we sat on the roof and listened to Sondheim. You told me you faked getting wasted at the cast party. I said you're so good at acting. Commitment to feigning, drunk takes crafting. Anyway, so they did that song, just the two of them, and it was so funny. And there was this group of girls that were right by us, and like two of them knew every word to the song and were just screaming along. It was hilarious. So yeah, that was funny.
Did that take away from the show when you hear people singing, when you're like here for the artist and they're singing like louder and you're just like, hey, shut up?
No, because that's like
that's the vibe.
Yeah, that was the vibe. Like,
gotcha.
That guy doesn't sing like that. He sings like that in that song just because he's like doing the pop punk kind of voice.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's kind of like a goofy thing anyway. Let me find another song where that guy's actually singing in his real voice. His name's Jacob Jeffries. Even this song, I think he might be singing kind of goofy, but how much do you love me? Tell me in a song. How much do you love me? There's no right or wrong. Okay, but so yeah, he that's not like his normal voice, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. Highly recommend. Wolfpack.
Okay, so that was night 2.
Night 2. Okay, now I'm gonna start night 3, or day 3 would have been Sunday. What the hell did we do on Sunday? I don't remember. I actually can just pull up our for real itinerary.
Statue of Liberty.
We did the Statue of Liberty on Monday. And Ellis Island. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Do they have any breweries or anything in New York City?
That's so funny because like whenever Belinda and I are on vacation, if we're like our default activity is like let's go find a local brewery, right?
Right.
There's like one. And it was so far away from where we were. Like we took the subway a whole bunch, which I like thought I was gonna hate the subway. It's actually pretty sweet. But yeah, so we did not end up going to a brewery. Wow. But yes, they do have them. But like it's like one brewery in New York City.
So they have bars, pubs, and stuff like that.
Oh
everywhere?
Yeah, tons. Yeah, tons.
And you didn't go to any of those?
No, we went to a bunch. But like basically, we walk out of the hotel. And just on that block, you can see like 6.
Okay.
Like, yeah. And even not like everywhere else, like in the financial district where there's not like lots of hotels. Like, I guess there probably is some, but like not the touristy area, I guess.
Did you see the bull?
Tons. Yeah, I did see the bull.
You get a picture with it?
I didn't get a picture with it because there was literally a line. I just walked up and waited for someone to leave, took a picture of it, and then walked away.
Boo. Okay.
But yeah, didn't get a picture with it. It's so funny because there's literally 2 lines. There's one to take a picture with the bull's face and one to take a picture with the bull's balls.
Yeah.
And they're both like, it's kind of like, I don't know what it is, bronze or something, but it's kind of like muddled brown. And then its face, like the horns, its face, kind of shined up gold, and its balls, very shiny.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny.
They ought to be.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Sunday we went to MoMA. I wanted to go to a museum.
This is day 3.
Day 3, correct.
What's MoMA?
Museum of Modern Art.
Oh, is that a commonly known acronym?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, okay.
I think I guess like I don't know. I thought it was
I had no idea. I thought it was a Disney movie when you said that. So
Moana.
yeah, I thought that's what you said.
Almost. Yeah, so MoMA. It was a little underwhelming. I went to when I was in Chicago for work one time. It was when the NCAA Final Four was in Minneapolis.
Okay.
I went to Chicago. I couldn't get a flight home on Friday because usually when I book trips, like I'm going there to fix something. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I wait to book my ticket until I'm like, okay, I can leave today. I want to get a ticket home. Anyway, I couldn't get a ticket home, but like less than like $2,000 or something. So I called my boss. I was like, I got to come back Monday. I'm just going to stay here. Like, it doesn't make any sense for me to go home. He's like, yeah, that's fine. So I was like, all expenses paid trip to Chicago for a weekend. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the Art Institute. And it was super sweet. And I literally walked around the Art Institute in Chicago for like 6 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was sicker than the MoMA in New York.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. There was two things that I remember at MoMA that were really cool. Starry Night. That was pretty cool to see. Very small. It's about the size of this.
Okay.
Except sideways. Landscape. And then I saw there was two who's that guy? The guy that does the like splatter paint. I can't think of his name right now.
Da Vinci.
No.
Picasso.
No.
Dali.
No. There were some Dalis and Picassos and Da Vinci's there. Let's ask Siri. Who's the guy that does the splatter painting? Jackson Pollock. That's what I'm thinking of.
Setting your alarm now.
Yeah. Jackson Pollock, that was cool. Like that was literally huge. It was like bigger than this wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's 2 or maybe more. 2 really big ones though.
Okay.
One of them was bigger than this wall.
Sick.
What else was there? They had this cool exhibit about like the 70s, like ecological architecture where they're like building stuff into hills. That was kind of neat to see because they had all these little scale models and stuff. That was cool. That was about it. We were only there for like a couple hours maybe.
So that was day 4 or day 3?
That was day 3. That was in the morning. And then we were like, when we were like the week before we were going to leave, Alyssa was like, do you want to go see a Broadway show? And I was like, I mean, it seems like good tourist activity while we're there. So we went and saw Book of Mormon.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it was actually really funny.
Was it like a play or was it a musical?
Musical, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's by the guys that do South Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like funny. Yeah, it was very raunchy. There was one of the songs where they said the F word about 40 times.
Nice.
Yeah. And I found this out by reading the playbill, but the guy that helped him write the songs is also the guy that wrote songs for all kinds of Disney movies. Like he wrote the Frozen songs.
Nice.
Like the 2 main songs from the Frozen movies. So it was pretty funny. And like you could kind of hear like that kind of style in the songs, which makes it funny.
They're kind of musically, right?
Yeah,
like it's like they have the same almost cadence or something. Yeah, I get it. Nice.
Yeah, so that was fun. So that was Sunday. Then that night we went to like a wizard themed bar called the Cauldron, which like you can literally go and they have a potion making class where they like you can make drinks and stuff. But we just went for like to get drinks. That was cool. That was Sunday night. Then let's see. Monday we went to Statue of Liberty and
Crazy Horse,
Ellis Island. Went and saw the bull, like we talked about. Went to Rockefeller to see them. They were setting up the tree, the Rockefeller Center. And I guess I don't know what I expected, but it was a giant pine tree that they had covered around with scaffolding so they could go up and down to hang the lights and stuff. And they were trimming it, and literally, like, we're bringing down garbage buckets, like garbage bins, filled with tree trimmings, and then sorting them and bringing them back up to stuff back into the tree to fill it out more. But here, I took a picture of it so you can see the scale.
So it's a real tree.
Yeah, it's a real tree. Yeah.
Where do they get it from?
That's a great question because it's huge.
Probably Canada.
Very possible. So that's the scaffolding. And you
damn.
can see that, like, there's a guy standing right there.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see all the tree trimmings on the ground.
Wow.
But then I took a picture farther away. That's a garbage bin. So if I zoom out, it's freaking huge.
Yeah, that is, wow.
Very large, yeah. But, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Did you go up in 30 Rockefeller Plaza?
No,
Are you allowed? Can you do that?
Yeah,
or do
you
need to get a tour or something?
Top of the rock. That's what they call it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. One of the other days we walked on the High Line, too. That's pretty cool. It's like an old railroad track that runs through the city. It's, like, elevated above ground level that they turned into a park. So there's, like, trees and plants and nice boardwalk across. It's, like, a mile long.
Interesting.
Yeah. We walked, like... 500
miles?
I think it was over 30 miles in the 4.5 days we were there.
Dang.
Yeah. And we also took the subway a lot, so, like...
Is that like crazy. A Metro Pass, or they don't monitor it? They don't care?
So it's tap to pay. You can just do it. Like, you can get a Metro card, or you can just tap to pay with your phone. It's $2.90 every time you ride.
Jesus.
But if you ride more than 11 times in a 7-day span, the rest of them are free. So...
How many times in a 7-day span?
11. So it's not bad.
Cool.
But there's a lot of times where we would, like, get on, go, like, 4 stops, get off, get something to eat, get back on, go 2 stops. Yeah. But it's like teleportation, because you look at a map, you're like, okay, I'm here, I want to go there. You just, like, Google Maps is insane at knowing where to go, what time the train's going to get there. For, like, if you go to Manhattan, you just open Google Maps, click on the one with the little train instead of the car or the person walking to get subway directions. It's like you walk 2 minutes to this train station, get on, ride at 6 stops. It tells you the name of every stop you're going to go past, the name of the stop you're going to get off, what time the trains are going to get there, which train you can take. You can take the B or the D. The B is going to be there in 2 seconds. The D is going to be there in 3 minutes. Like, it's crazy perfect how good it is.
Dang.
So, yeah, it makes, like...
sense.
It makes riding the subway not daunting at all. Like, it's crazy how good it was. But it's like magic. You literally... you look at a map, you're like, I want to go, like, 2 miles this way. You walk 2 blocks, get on a train. 10 minutes later, you get off, walk 2 blocks, you're at where you wanted to be. It's like you're teleporting.
How fast do the trains go or the subways go?
No idea. Pretty fast. Like, there's long stretches between some of the things. I bet they're going 45 miles an hour.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
What'd you do the last day?
Last day we had, our flight was at like 11 or something, so we just went and got a bagel and coffee and Ubered to the airport.
LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was the first time since I've had TSA pre-check that the pre-check line, like, it has estimated 20 minutes, whatever. Pre-check line was longer than normal line.
Oh, it's funny. Every time I travel, the pre-check line's way longer than the commoner. So I always laugh whenever I'm like, yeah, you're really selling me on this TSA pre-check bullshit, because it's like, it's longer.
You know what I told my friends? The best part about pre-check is you don't have to
looking down upon all the commoners.
Losers. You don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to put all your liquids in a bag. Don't tell anybody. But I brought toothpaste that was bigger than 3 ounces on the plane. Nobody said anything.
Isn't it 3.2 ounces that you can do?
No idea. It was a 5.5 ounce tube.
Well, here's a flight hack for all you folks who travel. If you get the right gate agent at Sun Country, they won't make you check a bag. You can just throw it in the overhead bin.
Really?
Yeah, that's what. When I traveled to Asheville, that's what. One of my buddies, he's like, "Oh crap, I got to check this because I already have a personal item," and I'm like, "Just YOLO it. You could check it at the gate if they hate you."
Yeah,
but like,
and usually at the gate they don't charge you anyway.
he essentially snuck it on. So
yeah,
I was like, "Hell yeah, dude, alpha."
Most of those people don't care. It was funny.
That's why I was like, the gate agent at Sun Country. Do you think they want a fight?
Yeah, you know they have like the boarding groups. So they're like Delta. They have like Comfort Plus, Main 1, Main 2, whatever. They were like threatening people. They're like, if you try to board before your group, we're gonna force you to check your bag. Like,
so that's another hack that I like to do. So first off, on the topic of Sun Country, when we were leaving Asheville, I heard this and I was like, that seems backwards. It's like Sun Country frequent flyer, program. You can board first. Then it's U.S. military and disabled people, and I was like, wow, like Sun Country, like perks, like you
put
board
their foot in the stand.
That's what I was like. Damn, like I've never heard that. I thought that was funny. But no, the reason, like, it's funny that you say that Delta was saying that, because I was like, every time I travel by myself or whatever, I always like boarded 2 zones before I should have. So I'm like, they're not gonna stop me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like I'm in zone 6. It's like I'm gonna board in zone 4 and see what happens. And they're always just like, they just scan the thing and it probably just says, but they don't do anything, or it doesn't do anything. I think it's just a way to funnel people.
Yeah.
So, and I just step in front, but whatever. You got to risk it. But
I think
that's
it
hilarious.
is like the fact that they have Main 1, like they have first class, business class, whatever. Main 1, Main 2, Main 3. I think it is just to stagger people so it's not mad rush to the gate.
For sure.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, New York City, pretty cool. I liked it more than I thought I would. I'd go back for sure.
Would you go to like Boston or Philadelphia or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
You've been to both, right?
No, I've never been to Boston. I've been to Philly.
And you liked it.
I did.
Really liked it.
I like. I've been to Norfolk, Virginia. I've been to Philadelphia. I've been to some East Coast cities.
I haven't. Really.
I've been to Portland.
Yeah.
Maine.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been forgetting to bring up the fact checkers for like the last 3 episodes. We got some.
Uh-oh.
And that was kind of one of them. So when we were remember we were talking about New England? Like we're like, I don't know what New England is. Like, is it just Boston?
Or was it the 13 colonies?
I have the answer. Okay. This one, I don't know when we were talking about this, but Sam wrote in to say Cholula is a city in Mexico.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
what's the population, Sam? Come on.
We had Cholula hot sauce. I don't know.
What's the population, Sam?
There you go. Okay, here's another one from Sam. There's 128 ounces in a gallon, my guy. 32 was a good guess, though. I don't even know who he was talking to. Probably me.
What were we talking about?
Gallons of hot sauce.
I feel like 64 sounds better.
This one doesn't seem like a fact check. It's just Sam sharing his opinion. The best twin movies of all time, in my opinion, are Bug's Life and Ants, both 1998. Also, The Room 2003 was the original movie made by Tommy Wiseau, and then Seth Rogen and James Franco made The Disaster Artist in 2017, which was kind of a mockumentary about the making of The Room. That one is a fact check, because I remember I was trying to explain that like set of movies to you, and I don't think I could remember either name of the movies, so it didn't go very well. So thank you, Sam, for letting us know.
That tracks.
My brother wrote in to say, my brother Evan. I'll give him a first name shout out.
Do you have a different brother?
No.
Oh.
No, just Evan.
I was like, my brother Evan. I was like, oh, you must have another brother, I guess.
Well, I gave Sam's name, so I felt bad just saying my brother, like he's not a human being with a name. So, Evan wrote in to let us know. New England is a northeastern region of the United States comprising the states of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island.
Any reason to why it's called that other than just...
Probably because that's where the settlers from England came first, so they're like, this isn't England, this is New England.
I suppose.
I think that's all we got, though. Those are the only two people that listen to the podcast. Actually, that's not true because there's this guy on YouTube. His account is just called Spidey. I think his picture is like a picture of a Apple Watch clock. And he likes your beard.
Is this also the guy that likes my feet?
I don't think so, but I think he likes you. And this one is from episode 45. He commented and said, "Wow, nice to watch, guys. Heart, 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 smiley face." So there you go. Shout out, Spidey.
Yeah, Spidey, well. Okay,
that's all the fact checks we've got from like the last 3 episodes. Everything else we said was completely
all right. What else you got?
I got a question for you. You're a big Christmas guy, right?
I need context.
You like Christmas, and you like celebrating Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. When is the proper time to decorate for Christmas?
September 30th.
That's when it's allowed. Is that because it's fall? Like that's the start of fall is like what, September 21st or something like that? Do you remember?
Hold on. I think we should distinguish between Christmas decorations and Christmas lights. Christmas lights September 30th. Christmas decorations after Thanksgiving.
So like you could put the lights on the house. You can't put up the tree.
Correct.
Okay. I think I like that. I'm not opposed to celebrating, like putting up Christmas decorations of any kind. You could put up trees and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. After Halloween, November 1st, boom, Christmas season.
Whoa.
That's what I think. Like, you're not going to offend me. Honestly, you're not going to offend me if you put them up before. But
I think I'd say like 2 weeks into, like halfway through November, like a week or two before Thanksgiving, I think is when I'd be okay with Christmas stuff. But like, I like the orange and autumn feel of Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
if
me
it's
too.
You got vomited green and red and bunch of ho-ho-hos everywhere. I'm kind of like, it's like the year's not even close to being done yet. We still got 2 months.
Yeah.
Month and a half.
I think that's fair. So right now, as you saw when you got here, we have like a leafy fall wreath on the front door.
I did not see that.
Well,
maybe it was stolen.
You have to take my word for it, I suppose.
Okay.
But I bet Saturday after Thanksgiving, we're going to take it down and put up a snowman or something. Something fun.
Wait, so you have a Christmas wreath up now?
No, it's a fall wreath. It's
what
like
orange
and yellow.
Oh, is it just dead twigs?
Should I just go get it? I'll go get it.
Okay. I'll just fill time, I guess.
Rhode Island, neither a road nor an island to discuss.
Well, it's RHODE, right? So it's like, is that someone's name? What is Rhode Island? How is Rhode Island? Well, what is Hampshire also like a city or an area in England? Because why is it New Hampshire? What happened to Old Hampshire? It's still got the tag on it. Are you going to return that thing?
No way, man. This is like 3 seasons old. It does still have the tag on it, though. I think it's from Hobby Lobby, your favorite shop.
Home Accents.
Is it?
What's it? No, what's it say?
Home Accents Holiday.
Crimson and Maize.
Crimson and Maize. Hydrangea and Pumpkin Wreath. I'll hold it up for the camera. So there's like
It's
pumpkins and leaves and some dead twigs.
It looks pretty enough.
I don't know what these are. Little berries of some kind.
Dingleberries, maybe?
Yeah. So there you go.
Very good, sir.
But we also put up our Christmas lights on the outside of the house last weekend because it was so nice. So
should have done it. Well, I guess it was, it felt like September 30th, damn it.
Yeah. But that's usually my goal. After November, you usually get one nice weekend. You put up all your outside decorations.
Fair enough.
Yep. Also picked up 49 bags of leaves in the last month.
Do you have a compost or do you burn them?
None of the above. We'd take them to the yard waste place.
Would that be compost?
I suppose that's kind of what they're doing, but it's not really compost because I think compost is meant to like...
What do they do with it then?
They just like let it decay, I suppose.
I don't know. What is compost? What is the verb to compost?
But when I went there this time, I was like putting closet doors upstairs and whatever. So I'd stopped at Home Depot before I got to the yard waste place and bought some little like curtain rod pipe things for putting in the closet to hang stuff on.
Dowels?
Yeah, but they were metal. Anyway, they're white. And I got to the yard waste place and the lady's like, they always ask you, what do you have? So then they can direct you where to dump it. It's like they keep the dirt and the rocks and the mulch and the tree trimmings and the leaves and the grass all like in separate piles, whatever.
You said, I got a mixed bag.
No, I was like, I got 13 bags of leaves. And she's like, you going to take those CVP pipes with you? I was like, what? I was like, oh, these? She meant PVC. And I was like, yeah, those are mine. I just bought those. She's like, okay, good.
What'd she call them? CBB?
CVP. She thought I was trying to dump some metal pipes in her little yard waste place. It's like, no, I just paid like $20 a piece for these things. These are mine.
I have the receipt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Classic.
There's one lady there that we've brought peaches to like drop stuff off.
Oh, that's nice of you. Like canned or?
No. The dog.
Oh.
And she was like, can he have a treat? I was like, sure. So she gave me this big ass dog biscuit. It was like as big as one of her paws. It's pretty funny.
She's got big paws too.
She does have big paws.
She got like mitts.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. What you got anything to talk about? I got some other stuff written down here, but this is like we don't need to talk about it. I think I might be the only person interested in either of these topics, but
is it crypto?
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't know.
You didn't have anything that you like actually wanted to discuss? Like you don't have to make something up if you didn't have anything. I got stuff we can
talk let's talk about whatever you had.
Okay. Have you been following this OpenAI Sam Altman drama of this last few days?
I know he got released from the board and then Microsoft picked him up. That's all I know.
Yeah, so there wasn't really any ChatGPT was built by a company called OpenAI. And Sam Altman is like the face of OpenAI and was one of the co-founders.
Wasn't Elon Musk the other co-founder or something?
No.
Or didn't he fund it or something?
I think he's invested in it, but so he like on I don't know what day it was, Friday or something, OpenAI announced that the board was removing him as CEO and firing him. Or removing him from the board and firing him. And then they were also removing another one of the co-founders from the board, but not firing him. And nobody knew why. And there's like some Bloomberg article that came out and was saying like insinuating that it was because he wanted to move too fast and the board was like against it. There were some other people that were supposedly insiders that were saying it was because he wanted to move the company from nonprofit to like a for-profit, like because they sell ChatGPT, like you can upgrade to a higher version, whatever. And within like literally hours of him getting fired, Microsoft hired him, and then the other board member quit in solidarity. Also got hired by Microsoft.
Nice.
Today is Monday, and one of the other there's like only 4 board members left. One of them, there's this giant petition going through the company, OpenAI, that's like, if you don't reverse this action, we're going to quit. 700 of the 770 employees signed it, including one of the other board members that was part of firing him, which is so ridiculous. But if you want to put on your conspiracy theory hat, Microsoft also told all of the other 770 employees that there's room for them, there's jobs for them at Microsoft if they want to join Sam Altman's new team at Microsoft. So this is like a way of acquiring OpenAI without actually doing it.
Wow.
Because they get the brains and all the employees. So it's like a way to get around the antitrust, whatever it is.
Is that, but like, I feel like
it's just kind of crazy. Like there's no one knows
definitely.
why for sure he was fired, which is weird.
Yeah, because I don't know a lot, put it that way. All I think I know is what I heard is Elon Musk didn't like this guy because he wanted to make it for profit, didn't he?
Yeah,
and then
that
he's
probably
like,
makes sense.
He's like, we named it OpenAI because it's supposed to be open source, and now you're trying to make it for profit. And he's like, he had a big disagreement, I think.
So Elon Musk was on the nonprofit side, or he was on the
nonprofit. He's like, OpenAI is
it started as like a research company.
Yeah, we named it OpenAI because it was open source, and it was always intended to be like that.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know. That's all I know about that piece.
Yeah. It's just interesting. It's very strange. Like,
yeah, I think it's super interesting too because it's like, just thinking like, yeah, so you acquire all the talent, but you can't really use any of the stuff that you.
Yeah, they'd have to like rebuild. But maybe they could
find a workaround or something.
Yeah, maybe they could rebuild it better from. Now that they've already done it once, they can do it better a second time. You know.
Yeah.
Like the first time you make a meal, you're like, oh, I could have done that differently. Next time I'll do it this way instead, and it's better.
Yeah, it's super interesting. Like, I don't want to like pay for OpenAI because I don't like use it in everyday life or anything. Yeah. But I'm super curious. Like, I do want to somehow support Elon Musk, and I feel like I don't want to pay for X. I don't use Twitter, but like, you know, I think that what is it? Is it Gronk or something or Grok? What's
I have no
the
idea.
XAI? It's Elon Musk's AI chatbot or something.
I think it's Grok.
Grok or something.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I think you might have to pay for that or something, and so I'm like, oh, if it's like $4 a month, I might just do that to support him because.
Yeah, I think the ChatGPT upgrade is like $20 a month.
Yeah. Which I don't know what.
Really?
Do they just make the free one dumber or more restrictive? Like, what do you get with it?
It's an older version of the algorithm, and the newer one you can add plugins to like get it to read articles or watch videos for you, basically, and it can summarize stuff. And I think there's also like an API that you can write software to integrate with it. So you can like basically produce a website that does some artificial intelligence stuff using OpenAI in the background.
Nice.
So I think that's mostly the reason people are doing it.
Well, so like with the new Pixel 8, they're integrating Bard with all their stuff because now when you open a web page, you can like click and hold or something, and you can just like it'll say like summarize, and it'll tell you a summary of the whole page you're on. So it reads the whole web page kind of.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, never used it, but
I did. I copy and pasted an entire Wikipedia article into OpenAI or into ChatGPT to test it, and I was like, summarize this, and it does it. It's pretty cool.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super interesting.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Do you know who David Grush is?
Isn't he the drummer for what's it called?
Dave Grohl.
Oh,
who you're thinking of the Foo Fighters, and
yeah,
he's the singer of the Foo Fighters, but he is the drummer for Nirvana. No, David Grush is the guy that like testified in front of Congress about the United States has a top secret like reverse engineering program that's like recovered alien spacecraft with biologics, he calls it, like alien bodies inside.
Okay. Never heard of him. No. So
really,
to answer your question.
Oh my gosh!
If I saw a picture, is he the aliens guy on History Channel?
No. He's like, he just like earlier this summer, I think, he released an article with a science publication making those claims that like basically he was a intelligence officer for 14 years, and part of his jobs he was on like they don't call them UFOs anymore, they call them UAPs, anomalous something or other phenomena.
Okay.
Unidentified anomalous phenomena, something like that.
Okay.
He was on like his whole job was to like he was on a task force for UAPs, and so he wasn't directly involved in these like reverse engineering programs. Basically, his claim is that the U.S. government and other governments around the world for decades have like recovered crashed spacecraft and are trying to reverse engineer how they work because they're like anti-gravity and stuff. And they also have recovered bodies of non-humans.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of like these theories. I've never like.
Yeah. So
anyway,
he released this article and was like, I'm willing to like basically he quit his job and like filed within his like the government division and says, I want to release this information. Can you declassify parts of this? Like, this is what I want to release. Declassify what you can, and I'll release it. Whatever. I don't know. He explained why that they would let him do that, because it's like a catch-22, because basically if they deny him to release the information, that's them confirming that the information exists or something, you know? Right. So anyway, part of his job, he quit. He's like, I'm going to release this information. They're like, okay, you can say this, you can't say this, you can say this, you can't say this. But because of that, he also loses his security clearance. So he went to Congress and was like, part of my job, or my entire job, was to interview people that work directly in these programs or have like direct access. So he hasn't seen any of this stuff, but he talks to people that work for the government that have seen all this stuff, right? And he's like, he was very careful when he was in like testifying to Congress, where he was like, they're like, ask him a question. He's like, I can't tell you that unless you can restore my security clearance, and we can go into, they call it a SCIF. It's like a secure interview, whatever, between, so it's not like public broadcast. It's just like him and the Congress people. Okay. Whatever. But the things he did say in his hearing, and even his hearing was like 3 months ago or something, was like, the U.S. government and governments around the world since like the 1940s have been reverse engineering these things. They're covering it up. Congress is interested because it's like basically a black hole for tax dollars, you know? And like they should have oversight. There's no congressional oversight for this stuff. Anyway, this guy is so fascinating because everything he says seems so legit, and like the way he explains it and the way he answers the questions, it makes sense. But because he didn't have direct access, he went through the process of declassifying what he could to present it to them. That like he's not providing actual evidence, but he's saying under oath that like I talked to people who saw this. They showed me pictures. They showed me documents of these programs. But he can't give it to them. He can tell them in a secure environment who to go and talk to. He was like, I'll give you a list of everyone that I talked to that was cooperative, everybody that was combative. Like, he's like, I'll give it to you right now after this meeting if you want. And like, yeah, it's so cool. And I just like, it was 3 months ago. I can't stop thinking about it. And there was one interview with him that I watched like a 2-hour YouTube video of like these guys like surrounding his testimony to Congress. He was like hanging out with this guy that makes UFO videos on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy documented his entire week surrounding him doing the testimony in Congress. And it's so fascinating because then he's talking to him before, he drives him to Congress. He's got video of the testimony, which like was broadcast on C-SPAN and stuff. So like the whole thing's out there. And then he goes back with him to David Grush's house. And he's like, okay, you said this is super interesting. Can you explain more? And like every once in a while, he'd like say something more interesting than what he said in Congress. But a lot of it was just the same stuff getting repeated. But then he's like asking him his opinion about stuff. And one of the things he said was like everyone, when they think UAPs or UFOs, they're like aliens, right? He's like, I don't know. In my opinion, it's like probably just as likely that they're humans from the future that are like so developed they don't even look like us anymore. But they've figured out how to travel back in time, and they're coming back in time to like manipulate something in the history that they need to fix or whatever. So yeah, super crazy, like very like there's no evidence that it's real, but he seems legit, and like everyone that he worked with is like, yeah, he's super legit.
There's I don't know if I watched a video or where it was. I think I heard Elon Musk maybe talking to that point where he's like, aliens or UFOs or whatever, like it's not so much like it's equally likely that they could look like us, or they could, it could be like, maybe we aren't a single planet species, and maybe they're among us, because they're like, we're the same kind of, but they're just whatever. It was super interesting. I mean,
if aliens are smart enough to figure out long distance space travel, they can probably figure out how to manipulate themselves to speak, talk, act, appear just like us.
But they crash onto our planet, like not good drivers.
Yeah.
What does that say?
That's like one of the big skeptical arguments against what he's saying is like, so you're saying that they could get all the way here, their spacecraft is so like high tech that they could get here, but then it just crashes? Yeah, right. The government is only releasing this information to cover up other things, which may be true, but
yeah, good.
He like maybe what he's saying is a government like psyop, but I think he legitimately believes what he's saying. Maybe it was information planted to him that wasn't real. That could be possible.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's super interesting.
Yeah. I get that.
There's also like a conspiracy theory that ties in, remember the Malaysian Airlines flight?
Yeah.
That
I think that's super interesting, by the way.
There's like,
I watched a bunch of documentaries on that. That's super interesting.
There's like radar evidence that there's like videos of some orbs flying around the plane and then the plane disappearing, and like I don't know, I saw one tweet thread, actually my friend Brendan sent it but I don't know if any of it was legit, but the guy's claiming like this is like provably not edited somehow. I don't know, but it was pretty crazy. Like basically he tied in the David Grush stuff with Malaysian Airlines flight disappearing.
Yeah, I think I watched one documentary on that Malaysian flight thing, and I remember at the conclusion of it, I can't remember what they said, but they said for conspiracy theories and like unnatural phenomenon and all this stuff, the black box of that aircraft is the like highest valued thing that people are like treasure hunters. Like that's more valuable than like a ship full of gold from Spanish gold. You know, like no matter the value, or it's like that black box, whoever, like someone will pay top dollar for that.
Yeah.
So the question is, do they actually know what happened to it and they aren't saying, or I don't know. The ones I saw, it was a pretty thorough and like a logical way of how they went about, you know. Damn, is it already 8:00?
7.
Okay, I was like, damn. But like how they were like, okay, like last known position in this fuel, like they do like a oh my gosh.
They can do like a map to figure out it could end if it went this direction. It could run out of fuel here. If it went this direction,
pretty much like a scenario
it's
analysis,
like a fan.
or whatever, and just like if it did anything, what would it look like? And then they pretty much said okay, and then they ran all these things. They did pulled weather pattern data from like were there any air slipstreams or anything that it could have fell into to speed up, and they just cast everything, and then ocean currents to see, like, it's super interesting. That's why I'm like, you can't find it at all. I'm like skeptical. Let's get spicy. I'm gonna do the bottom spoon because I saw your foot on that one.
That's fair.
Oh, what do we got here?
It's another Frank's Red Hot.
Is it it's like regular or?
It's dill pickle flavored.
Ooh, bougie. That actually has me intrigued. Ooh,
Yeah,
it's got a little.
I haven't tried it yet.
Salivation a little bit.
Oh, I missed the spoon. Oh, I gotta smell it. It smells like pickles.
I would hope so.
It's like tapping a ketchup bottle. Oh, there you go. I'm scared that this is going to be amazing and I'm going to never want to eat any other hot sauce. I love pickles. Do you like pickles?
I do like
specifically
pickles.
Dill.
What's the difference between a dill pickle and just like a regular like pickle in a pickle jar?
Most pickles you would eat like as a whole pickle are going to be dill. Sometimes you get like bread and butter pickles or sweet pickles.
Yeah, sweet pickles should be banned.
I agree.
Like if I was a dictator of a country, I would probably outlaw sweet pickles.
Yeah. I would support that. I would vote for you.
It's a dictatorship, man. You're not voting for me.
I wouldn't oppose you. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Frank's Red Hot.
It doesn't even taste like regular Frank's. It just tastes like a pickle flavored hot sauce. Like I would never have guessed that this was Frank's.
I agree. It's like it just like tastes like a pickle, but just a little hot, little heat. I like it a lot.
How does it make you feel that you gave me that spoon because my foot touched it, and then we cheersed spoons?
How does it make me feel?
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
Good. That is really good, actually. I love pickles. I mean, I think I'd buy it again for the novelty, but...
What would you eat it with? That's my question.
Yeah,
because it's kind of
sure.
like I could...
Burger?
Oh, Bloody Mary for sure.
Ooh, yeah, Bloody Mary. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, you could put it on a burger. Or like a Sloppy Joe or something.
Yeah. Some kind of meaty sandwich. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Have we talked about that before? I'd put it on a hot dog.
I'd consider that, yeah.
That's good. I'm going to give it 8.8.
Damn.
Yeah.
High praise.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 8.3, 8.4. Okay. I mean, it's up there.
I better write. I've been recording all of our scores, but I think I've put it in about 3 different places. So I got to come up with a better system here. 8.8 and an 8.3.
Yeah, let's go 8.3.
Okay.
It's really good. 8's of high praise on my world, but other hot sauces I could just I don't know. It's like you'd have. For me, that would go with like a meat that doesn't have a ton of flavor, because the pickle is very overpowering.
Yeah.
And I like it, so I'd use a lot of it. So it'd just be like, I'm eating hot pickle, and it's like, ground beef, great example.
Yeah. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good on a burger. I think I would want, I was going to say I think I'd want pickles with it still. Yeah, I think I would.
I would do a sloppy Joe, and I'd put that, I wouldn't make it with the beef. I'd just add that as like on top of the sloppy Joe mix.
Yeah.
And then dice up some pickles or something.
That'd be good.
And then take a bite and be like, this is so good.
Yeah. You can get dill pickle relish, by the way. So it's like chopped up pickles, like relish, but it's dill flavored. Way better.
I was gonna say, like, what? Isn't that what it is? But yeah, okay.
Because normal relish that most people buy is sweet relish. It's like sweet pickles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I got nothing for you, brother.
Me either. We tapped out my list of extremities.
All right. Well, thanks for another good old listen.
I'm glad we were recording. I got real nervous that I forgot to start it, but looks like we're going.
I think I've been reminding you the last couple, because
you have
one you didn't, and I was like,
damn, scared you.
That was a good episode.
You gotta keep me on my toes. No.
Yeah.
You gotta keep track of me. Okay.
All right. Have a good one, y'all.
See ya.
Deuces.